A big ruling from the U.S. Supreme Court today on a case that brings together two issues many Americans feel strongly about: immigration and voter fraud. Correspondent Shannon Bream has more from the court.
Arizona cannot require potential voters to show documentary proof of U.S. citizenship when they seek to register to vote in federal elections, where federal law simply requires an applicant to check a box and sign a form attesting that he or she is indeed a citizen. Writing for the majority in Monday's 7-2 Supreme Court opinion, Justice Antonin Scalia said, quote, "The fairest reading of the statute is that a state-imposed requirement of evidence of citizenship not required by the federal form is inconsistent with the federal law's mandate that states accept and use the federal form."
Justice Scalia made clear that when the Constitution gives the federal government the power, it actually means it, and there isn't any sort of unwritten exception for Arizona.
Supporters of the Arizona requirement, which was part of a voter-passed measure in 2004, claimed striking it down will only decrease voter faith in the system.
If we don't have any rules associated with the elections in terms of making sure citizens are only voting and making sure that you are who you are when you turn up the vote, and all bets are off.
Arizona Attorney General Tom Horne says he's disappointed, but focusing on the court's direction that his state asked the Election Assistance Commission to change the policy regarding additional documentation. And if Arizona is unhappy with the answer, take the dispute back to court.
The court has set forth a pathway to victory, and my expectation is that we will pursue it and that we will ultimately be victorious.
In response to today's opinion, Texas Republican Senator Ted Cruz says he will introduce an amendment to the immigration measure that's currently pending in the Senate. It would amend the federal statute so that states do have the room to have those additional requirements for proof of ID or proof of citizenship for folks when they show up to register to vote in federal elections. Brett?
Shannon Bream live outside the court. Shannon, thank you.